What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I am doing this Married to Medicine review finally, but I am happy that you guys are on with me this afternoon. So come on in, everybody. Hey. If you can hear me, because I always like to make sure that I do a mic check, go ahead and put your city and or state, and I'll give you a shout out real quick, and then we can get started. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button on your way in. I hope you guys are enjoying Married to Medicine this season too, because it is hilarious. I love it. Hey, Miss Tina. Hey, Linda Gamble. Hey, Cookie from the Shy. What is up, everybody? What is up, everyone in the chat? Anyone that you see with a purple wrench behind their names or highlighted in a purple or bluish color, those are the mods, and they are here to make sure that we are having a good time. What up, Texas? Hey, everybody. Okay, I see you see me. Philadelphia, Virginia, what is up? What is up? Texas, what is up? Jacksonville, what is up? Y'all, I have had some problems with my voice. It was going in and out. Like, you know how you sometimes get a dry throat and then you have coughing attacks. So it has really stopped me from coming on, but I was feeling a little better today. So I am here. Hey, Jacksonville. Hey, Little Rock, Arkansas. What is up? DMV. DMV. What is up? Hey, boo. Hey, Milwaukee. Okay, we're going to get it cracking then. Let me get myself on camera. 1 second. 1 second, y'all. Okay. I had to do some new things. Ooh, I was too close. All right. Scared myself. Yes, I had to put a whole lot of stuff. I was doing honey, and I probably have my cough drops are over there. I probably need to go grab them. Welcome to the chat, everybody. I appreciate y'all for coming in. We are doing a recap of Married to Medicine. I dropped a recap this morning for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I hope you guys had an opportunity to see it, but if you didn't, please check it out because I really put everything into that. It's super short too. It's not even that long. It's like 10 minutes. But yes, thank you everybody for coming in. Chicago is in the building. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you for the super sticker. Y'all listen. I have some little cute B-roll that I'm going to play for y'all when we get to the funny parts. Let me make sure I have my stuff set up right. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's going on Married to Medicine. Y'all hear that Quad is not going to be on after episode 7. She's giving the impression that she did not like what was going on, I guess, and maybe suggesting quitting the show altogether. I know people said that she's not married to Medicine Child, so I guess she's like, I don't really need the show. How many people are Quad fans? Let's get that number first. If you're a Quad fan, put a 2 in the chat. If you're not a Quad fan, put a 4 in the chat, okay? Let me see. Hey, guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. Yes, DYANAROZAY, dear, and everyone. You will never be good enough for anybody. You'll always be good enough for someone who really appreciates you. Okay, look, the 2s are coming through. All right, the 2s are coming through. 2s have won this round. 2 said that they would like Quad to stay on the show. All right. I appreciate that. Listen, I like everybody on the show. I'm feeling everyone on the show this season, including Quad, because I think Quad is mixing things up with Dr. G and Sweet Tea, of course, right? Thank you guys. Come on in. I think that she was mixing things up. I'm kind of sad to see her go. I had no idea that was going to go down. And I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to see, every Sunday, the ladies of Married to Medicine will go live, like a group of them, I think 4 of them. And Quad was on with Dr. Jackie, who's already said that even though she likes Quad, she does not think Quad is a responsible person or that she holds herself accountable. So she was like, she's not my cup of tea. At that point, she was like, I'm not going to call her my friend. She called Heavenly her friend, right? And then Heavenly has always said that Quad is her friend, but is she? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Heavenly seems very, very sincere because this is how it all starts, right? Quad says she felt a way about Heavenly sending her a picture of herself and Sweet Tea. She knows that Dr. G is getting married. And when this all hit the internet, Quad had got ahead of it. She was like, I know that they're getting married. I've already sent them congratulations. I bought them a gift and everything. I'm not bothered by it. Like, that was the old, I am doing the new. You know what I'm saying? Quad's men do not look like Dr. G. They look a little different. Not that Dr. G is unattractive or anything. He's not. But Quad is just in a different space. Dr. G is not what she wants, is what it was giving the impression. But she has a little meeting with the girls, right? Fedra and Dr. Heavenly. And she already said that she hadn't seen Dr. Heavenly in a minute. Dr. Heavenly and pretty much everybody on the show has busted Quad out and said, listen, Quad does not talk to us when we're not filming. She doesn't engage us at all. And basically, we just would like for her to be really a part of the group. I get the impression that they're a really good friendship group. Was that around the time her niece? Oh, good point, Cookie from the Shy. So Cookie from the Shy, y'all remember Quad lost her niece in a swimming pool incident at her home. Her mother, her niece's mother was there. So I guess that was her sister-in-law, because she lost her brother, I think last year or the year before last, I think. And I believe that this would be the niece of her brother, so the daughter of the brother. And she lost her niece too at her home. So you make a good point that there was things going on that could have been incredibly serious. Okay. Let's see. Count again, Diana. The twos are only winning 13. Ooh. So, okay. That's a pretty even split is what you're saying. Okay, so maybe it's split down the board for the group that we have right now, okay? But I like her. I like her. But they've brought up Mariah's name a couple of times. We got to see her in the previews. And I was on a couple of lives with Heavenly when people in the chat were asking, are they bringing back Mariah? And I remember her saying, I don't know. Y'all got to see. Y'all got to see. Now, Heavenly and Mariah do not like each other. They don't get along. It could have just been a big old tease, right? But it's interesting that they did put her in the, the previews at the beginning of the show, because they've been teasing her all the way out. So we'll see. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yes, I like Mariah too. So Quad is hosting at her house. She brings in Phaedra and Dr. Heavenly, right? And Phaedra and her just catching up, and she Quad lets Phaedra know, listen, I haven't seen Heavenly in a while. She gave me a warm reception when we were at the bachelorette party. However, I got a bone to pick with her because out of everybody in the group, she's always calling me her sister. I feel like I was the closest, or she was the closest to me. And I feel like she played me by taking a picture with Sweet Tea and talking about, this is my new bestie. I don't know where her heart actually lies or what her intention actually was. And y'all know Dr. Heavenly has a funny personality. She likes to mix things up. That's just who she is. But I thought that her and Quad were cool. They had their moments, but for the most part, I thought they were cool. But Quad is definitely letting us know that was a problem, even though she showed up at the bachelor party. And from what I'm understanding, Heavenly said that she was throwing shots at Sweet Tea the whole time, even at one point asking her, what's your name again? Like she didn't know who she was. So anyway, look, we have some people that do not support Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is nobody's friend. All right, child. She's comic relief for me. I like her. But anyway, Dr. Heavenly ends up showing up. She's dressed in white, child. She got on these stretch pants, a little tight pant with lace that goes all the way up to the mid-thigh. And I only bring this up because she looked cute, but I only bring her up. Cookie said I like her. We all like her, child. She's hilarious. Because Phaedra kept saying, all right now, okay, I see what you did with that outfit. You tried to do that with that outfit. And Heavenly said, well, who the hell are you, the fashion police? What is this about? Like, I know how to dress and I don't need your opinion or comment. I don't need you to approve it, okay? But they were teasing her at first and she was going with it. I think she just thought that Phaedra went a little bit too far with the jokes, okay? But then they end up sitting down, and Quad starts asking about the wedding. Like, oh, so were there any ice sculptures there? Like, I get the impression she was trying to gauge how much money was spent on the wedding, right? And Phaedra's like, I don't remember any ice sculptures, but they did have some piping drapes that was wrinkled as hell and was bothering me the entire time. So she was saying that. She also said that at the end of the day, the wedding only lasted about 26 minutes. She actually timed it to the 26, about 26 minutes, very short, not a whole lot going on. So we were in and out. That's when Heavenly shares, well, I wouldn't know. I came in the middle or toward the end of the nuptials because she wouldn't let me in, which seemed to, kind of shock and surprise Quad. Like, oh, wasn't that your bestie? She ain't letting you into the wedding now? And Heavenly explains, listen, she was like, she was the one who brought you. So if anybody, she should have a problem with anybody, it should definitely be Phaedra, not me. So Heavenly still didn't know exactly what she did to the girl. Okay, she forgot she was talking about her, I'm assuming, at the bachelorette party in front of her maid of honor. But anyway, Quad and her start kind of laughing back and forth. And Phaedra's like, I didn't do anything. I like the girl. I'm not sure what the hell the problem was, but whatever. I was on the list and she took me off earlier that day. Next thing we know, Heavenly just said, Quad said, since we were talking about sweet tea, I have a problem with you and you're taking the picture. I don't know where your heart is in doing that. And Heavenly smiles so sincere and said, honestly, I didn't think you gave a okay. She just said, I didn't think you cared. At the end of the day, I'm sure Heavenly and Quad has shared a lot of stuff because Heavenly has been the only person bringing up Quad's history with Dr. G and basically saying that it's been abusive. Heavenly has told that story since episode 1. We're on episode 5. Okay. But she keeps saying it. Ooh, who said quit lying? They don't like that girl. Are you saying Sweet Tea isn't liked or Dr. Heavenly isn't liked? Wasn't that the boy Phaedra recommended? Wasn't that the boy Phaedra recommended? What boy are you talking about, child? I'm lost. I don't know which one I was talking about. Benji? Anyway, y'all let me know who you're talking about in the comments. I'll keep going. So she says that Quad lets her know she just didn't feel, she twats lets her know that she just didn't feel she was being cool. And then she said, I did not know you felt that way, but I sincerely apologize now that I know. Okay, now that I know, I'm going to apologize to you. But she also said at the end of the day, Quad, I haven't seen you in a long time, which I don't know what that meant. Like, you don't have to see her to know that it might bother her. But she went, you're not a part of the group. We don't talk to you as often. Maybe I didn't gauge it right, but you should talk to us a little more so that we can know what's going on because y'all knew the girl was coming. Quad said, I think you're lying about that in regards to her coming around more. I think you're lying. And right away, Heavenly is struck. She does not like it at all. She was like, don't talk to me like that. Tone your ringtone, okay? Tone it down. Either way, Quad is pissed. They're going back and forth. It's getting really intense. But Heavenly keeps telling her, Quad, you know I don't like when you talk to me like that. You know I don't like that tone of voice. Fix it. Fix it. And she does. She went, okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I could say it differently. And then she said, thank you. Now, do you think that you should call the girls? Because I really think they miss you and they would like to see you. Now, again, I want to say one of the other things that I told you guys last time I reviewed this, not everybody is Quad's friend. A lot of these people are really Dr. G's friend. Phaedra seems to have a long-standing relationship with Dr. G, 22 years, right? We know Cil and Simone seem to prefer Dr. G to Quad. And I also feel the same way about Dr. Jackie. Maybe Dr. Jackie doesn't talk to Dr. G like maybe her husband does, but they don't really fool with Quad at the end of the day. Let's see. Quad suffers from main character syndrome. Okay, child, we're going to get to it because I want to know why she quit the show. There's a lot of stars that's coming out now. Phaedra's really making a mark on this show, and she's not really saying a whole lot. It's just facial expressions, and people are probably really nostalgic for Phaedra again, right? So just her being there, even though this funeral scene was absolutely hilarious. But anyway, we got Miss Quad who's just concerned that she's telling her, listen, you should reach out to the girls, make sure you say something to them. They really miss you. And she's like, cool, I'll reach out to the girls. I miss them too, right? And then they just ended by being super cute, talking about, all right, now, don't do that now. You know how it is now. They ended up doing their little thing to let everybody know that they was friends for now. Okay, they friends for now, but we will see what happens next. At the end of the day, Heavenly said in confessional, she really loves Quad. She thinks of Quad as her sister. They fall out at least 2-3 times a month, but that doesn't mean anything to her. She said that's her real relationship with her real sister. So she said her and Quad are cool, and she hopes that they can stay cool. I really think that Heavenly thinks about what the show is going to look like, and she really wanted Quad to be a part of the show because she knew that it would be absolutely like the best season ever. So I'm hoping that we keep up a good season. Let's see what you guys got to say about her. Hey, everybody, keep coming in, keep hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys so much. Joy said that Quad contract negotiations fell through. Oh, really? Is that what happened? She wanted more money because she thought that she was a star, in my opinion. So I thought that she had to complete that contract before she showed up. I think she didn't show up until season or episode 3 or 4. So she had already missed money. Now we've only seen her in the last 2 episodes, and she said we got her until episode 7, and that's it. She's done. So I guess maybe that's what she signed up for. That's crazy. But Heavenly did say that they make really good money on the show, and that because she's been there for so many seasons, Quad has been there for so many seasons, she says she's getting a fat check. But if she's trying to get anything above and beyond what they will actually pay for the season, for instance, they have a set rate for season 1, a set rate for season 3, a set rate for season 5. If she was trying to get anything above and beyond that, she said they wouldn't give it to her. Now that's according to Heavenly. You know, Heavenly knows a lot of the behind the scenes. What else you guys got going on? Heavenly said that she didn't want what she wanted, but she still came back. That's what I heard too. If Quad can stab someone in the back like she did Mariah, who brought on the show, then she is not to be trusted. Well, you know, I think that she's rubbed a lot of feathers at the end of the day. She's rubbed a lot of feathers too. So let's talk Cecil and Simone. I like Cecil and Simone too. They're funny. They have a well-gelled relationship, well-formed relationship, except when they are fighting. Then I think Simone tries to tell Cecil to get the hell out no matter what. And I think, my personal opinion, that Cecil is fearing empty nester. Like he's fearing what it's going to be like in the house with Simone without the kids. Okay. Even though those kids are grown as hell. Her son is almost 26 years old and he is still trying to finish his undergrad. That's a big deal. Both of his parents are college graduates. Like, come on now. That was a wild to me. But Simone is trying to have this very nice conversation with Cecil. She said, let's do, you know, some bookkeeping or whatever so that we can remember the good times when we're in a fight. Let's do this. Anyway, scrapbooking or something like that. Then she said, listen, what happened between you and Miles where you were talking to him about school or summer school? And he said, I told him that he should do an internship instead. Instead of going to school, do an internship. And she was like, that's the wrong thing to do. Furthermore, you should be talking to me about this. He's a grown man, Cecil. Like, we should be trying to push him out of the house and into manhood. And Cecil is the exact opposite on this. which is wild because you would think that maybe the men would feel very strongly that we shouldn't coddle him, especially at this place in his life. But he was not that way at all. She basically said, even though I understand where you're coming from, you have to respect my opinion on this too. I'm not willing to keep this grown ass man in the house. And furthermore, okay, we have to prepare him for what life looks like with a woman, right? We know that he's had a girlfriend or a long-term girlfriend, I think when he was in Georgia State. But why would somebody want to date him in our house? Get him out of here. Now, it looks like she's committed to buying them an apartment or a house, an investment property that both him and his brother, Michael, will stay in. But Miles is really delayed when it comes to this. He definitely should have his degree by now. I agree with Simone on that. And I think that Cecil is completely wrong. Let's see what you guys said. Cecil and Simone are my favorite couple on the show. I agree. They're hilarious. I love Cecil and Simone. Um, I don't understand why Quad is so necessary. She shares nothing about her life. There's Heavenly and Phaedra to bring the rest. That's true. I think that she just knows a little more about Dr. G. So I think they were looking for that. But right now, you can tell that Sweet Tea is tired. She's tired, okay? She doesn't want any more of their little dirty tricks. But anyway, how many of y'all agree that Miles need to go? If you think Miles need to leave the house already, okay, put 3. And if you think that he might need a little more time, put a 6 in the chat, child. I need to see what y'all thinking about this. We are watching 2 shows right now, Love and Marriage Huntsville with Chris Jr. And even though he doesn't live at home, it looks like he still relies on his parents a lot. We don't know how old he is, but I'm assuming he's probably in his like mid 20s, maybe 23 to 25, he looks like. Okay, so more people are saying 3 this time. I'm looking at the 3s. Okay, so a lot of people are feeling this way. I'm surprised he's even comfortable with letting this be a storyline. If y'all saw last episode when she said, "This is it. Next year you get cut off," he looked scared when she said that. He was like, "Do you just mean school?" She went, "No, everything. You're done. We're not doing anything else for you. Okay, get out." Yes, I agree. Quad became big headed when she went on to Sister Circle. Did she really? I know that she loves to give a speech, child, where she tells everybody, y'all counted me out. Y'all didn't think that I had it. Y'all didn't think I could do this. And they'll sit there look like, what is going on? And oftentimes the producers will play like birds flying away, the sky going from day to night. Like this, she's really been up here having a speech for a good 75 minutes already. Anyway, that's how the scene ends. We all would like for Michael to, or not Michael, excuse me, we would all like for Miles to please get out of your mama's hair. And Cecil, you're going to have to face the fire, child. When them kids are gone, which they will be, and don't be going over there and having a little man cave over at the son's house. Go on home to your wife, okay? She's already getting stuff prepared for y'all. Anyway, in the next scene, we get Toya, and she is hosting for Simone and Sweet Tea. So Sweet Tea is fresh off her honeymoon in Dubai. And she is tired when she gets in the house. You can actually see that she's tired when she comes in. She said that she's jet lagged. They ended up talking for a little bit about what went down on the honeymoon and, you know, if Dr. G made a baby or not. And she said no, because she is having irregular bleeding and it really put a damper on things. She was like, I really couldn't even do anything until like the 3rd day or so. So Simone kind of sidebars her and says, listen, you really need to go to a doctor, especially if you are trying to have a baby, because that's a major part of infertility issues. And then she's kind of walking around Toya's house and she sees the She Has Risen invitation that is supposed to be for Quad. So she's like, oh, what's this? And Toya lets her know what it is. Simone confirms that she received one. And Sweet Tea is feeling away. She's like, well, where the hell is mine? Basically, number one, Dr. G assigned Phaedra to Sweet Tea. Y'all remember he said, your job is to take care of Sweet Tea. Don't fail me, Phaedra, right? And she was like, you ain't never have to have this conversation with me again. Gone. I don't want to hear it anymore. But she's feeling a way about Phaedra leaving her out of this party. And Toya's rubbing salt in the wound because she's like, listen, if this truly is about Quad, then she shouldn't have invited me at all because she knows I can't stand Quad. Okay. I got problems with her and it ain't going to be resolved anytime soon. So if she invited me, she definitely should have invited Sweet Tea. So that's how it all went down. And Sweet Tea, I guess, said, I'm gonna invite myself, because if she's inviting Quad to my bachelorette party, even though she did help with getting that party together, it was still dirty dog though. Let's see what y'all saying now. I have two grown sons, 23 and 28. It hurts my heart when my oldest son left home. I want him to be on his own, but I also wanted him to stay at home when he was safe. Oh, that's sweet. Listen, I couldn't wait to get out the house. I couldn't wait to leave home. I remember when I first moved out of state, because I've lived in a couple places, child. Anyway, my mama used to call me every day and say, come home, come home. I'd be like, no, that'll never happen. I will find some place to go, child, but it won't be there. Not that her home was bad. I just grew up in a small town and it was just, I had to break free, child, had to break free. Anyway, Sweet Tea basically said, if Phaedra didn't care enough for me to let Quad, crash my party, I will be crashing her party. Okay. And that's how the scene ends pretty much. Cool. Now the biggest scene, the last scene, is the funeral. Okay. We are getting the funeral. The She Has Risen, where Quad is supposed to be there to make amends and to also, show some accountability for her friendships and her, the people that work on the show. So everybody feels slighted by Quad in some way, even though it looks like Heavenly is quick to say, you know what, Quad, I'm good. She has real problems with everybody else except for Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie doesn't give a damn. That's why. But they do this She Has Risen party or funeral. Everybody's dressed in black. It's almost midnight when they arrive at this funeral home. And, some of them say they have some concerns, but not everybody. I was truly hoping it was Mariah too. Even though I was like, well, we know it's Mariah. I was sitting at home thinking, it's Mariah. Child, was not. It was Quad, but I was surprised that she allowed herself to be put in a casket, in a closed casket at that. Okay. But they get inside. Phaedra gets up there and she makes a speech. She welcomes everybody and she zeroes right in on Sweet Tea and said, Sweet Tea, you weren't invited. Okay. But you're here. So, and you have risen. Okay. She tries to make it sweet for her, but she lets her know, you don't get to crash what I got going on. Which I was like, okay. And from what I'm understanding, again, this is just behind the scenes stuff that did not get aired. I wish Bravo would play the unaired footage, but it didn't get aired. Phaedra said that, or excuse me, Heavenly said that Phaedra chopped Sweet Tea down. She was like, she basically put her in her place and let her know this is not her party and she is way too big for her britches here, which I was like really shocked about. Sweet Tea right now is the butt of everybody's joke. However, they get up there and then she says to everybody, this is a room full of smart people. We got teeth because there was two dentists in the room. She said we got vaginas because we got the two OBGYNs in the room. And then she looked at Toya and said, we got a tennis star. Okay. She left out Sweet Tea. So that goes to show you exactly what she's thinking about her. Maybe she said something that they just didn't want to air, so they cut it. But they sat there. At least Toya laughed at it because we know that Toya does not like to be shamed about being a housewife. Even though I think she's settled into it right now. She said, I play tennis, baby, all day and it don't matter. But anyway, that's when we start to hear this jazz horn playing. And she comes through, the lady comes through up the aisle and everybody is like, okay, we're about to get theatrics at 1 a.m. and I'm here for it. But then they come in with this white or cream and gold casket, and you got the guys pulling it in, and they are doing this high step like march. And Phaedra, or excuse me, I say Phaedra, Heavenly is sitting there like, oh my God, she's getting her entire life. And you can tell she is looking people up and down and taking it all in like, I am in heaven. If I have to be up here filming at 1 or 2 in the morning, this is shit I need to see. And you can tell she was getting her entire life. See, Phaedra was wrong because she brought Quad to Sweet Tea's bachelorette party. Not a Phaedra fan. Aw, I'm sorry you're not a Phaedra fan. I wish y'all could appreciate Phaedra a little more. She actually gives it. She really does. Let's see. Yes. And then they said that they told she were marrying an older man. Listen, her mama told her that she didn't want her to get married to an older man. But anyways, Sweet Tea and Heavenly is gonna have that conversation out. So Quad pops out of the casket and she lets everybody know, y'all tried to, leave me for dead, but here I am, and I want to bury all of our petty grievances, differences, whatever they are. If you guys are willing to, bury it with me, then we can move on anew from here. I don't want any more problems. And she was like, how about you, Dr. Jackie? And Dr. Jackie said, how about me? What? Because I don't even know what this is. I am just enjoying the show. She was like, do you have anything against me? Anything you need to, say to me? And she was like, no, girl, you good. In confessional, Dr. Jackie said she could have called me on the phone. I don't give two damns at this point. Quad is Quad, and I'm not expecting anything else from her. And I was like, that's exactly how you have to take it. Then she asked Heavenly, and Heavenly was like, I don't have any problems with you, but since we burying things, let's bury everything, okay? So she was like, Sweet Tea, you didn't invite me into your wedding. You took my name off the list, me and my husband, and I don't know what the problem is. I love you, but I don't know. I heard you wanted to whip my ass, blah, 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 blah. Who told Heavenly that so soon? Who told her that? Toya? It would have been Toya, because she said it at Toya's house, right? Anyway, that's when Sweet Tea let her know, you were talking about me. At my wedding, you said that I wasn't supposed to get married right now, that you didn't think I was ready, and I didn't appreciate it. And she was like, well, you're having communication problems. I'm standing on exactly what I said. I don't care. And I only said it because I'm concerned for you. But if you don't like it, just prove me wrong. Which, why does she need to prove you wrong, girl? She don't really even know you. But she said, don't come for me and my communication problems, because didn't you say you hit your husband upside the head with a frying pan? Now, Heavenly definitely was not expecting her to say that. And y'all know, if you watch the show or any of her behind the scenes, she constantly says, I don't bring dirt on the show about me and my husband. We don't have those type of, I don't want that shit to be out there in, forever. So I don't do that. Now, she don't mind talking about other people and their husbands on the show, but she does not bring that mess to the show from her home. Let's see what y'all got now. Let's see. Eugene holds Toya down with them kids. Eugene has hearts floating out of his eyes every time he looks at Toya. He loves Toya to pieces. Whatever he dreamed about as a boy for family and, children and a wife, Toya fits it for sure. There's people saying they love Phaedra. Absolutely. Phaedra is hilarious. She's great TV for sure. Anyway, back to what I was saying. She said you hit your husband in the head with a damn frying pan. And I think the police actually was called. Somebody put that in my comments the other day. They was like, that's what happened. She said the police was called. Now, Heavenly was making the point when she told her that story, just so people will know. She said that sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where you lay hands on Gregory. And I want you to know, what was Heavenly's response to Sweet Tea? I'm going to get there. I'm just going to tell you what she said, the reason why she said she told him. She said, you just described Giselle. She said, at the end of the day, I told her that story to let her know that there was an incident that I had with my husband. And you might find yourself in a situation as a woman where you have that situation with your husband. And if you do, there's a strong possibility that Dr. G might put his hands back on you. And that's based again on the things that was shared to her by Quad. But, child, this is the funny part. Hey, Ty, welcome to the chat, child. If y'all was paying attention to Sweet Tea sitting in that chair in the pew, now Sweet Tea knew she was about to pop up and go over there to Heavenly. In fact, I think she was ready to jump up on Phaedra, Heavenly, whoever wanted it. I think she was just ready to go because she keeps feeling like they are not letting her into this group, and she's tired of the hazing. But when she was sitting there, Simone, before the girl even jumped up, Simone was like, "Are you about to jump up?" And when she did, Simone almost fell head first, like down, because she tripped trying to grab her and tell her to sit her ass down. Now, for whatever reason, Heavenly did jump up. And I was thinking, Heavenly, now when you had the same type of situation with Dr. Contessa, I think a season or two ago, maybe it was last season, you did not jump up. In fact, I think I heard you scream and run into the building. So that was a different response. But Heavenly jumps up and they start calling each other the B word, child. They calling each other the B word. And Heavenly told her, listen, don't make me whoop your ass like your mama should have done. Okay. Like your mama should have did before we even had it here. She's like, little girl. Okay. She is ready. If she's not ready, at least she's given the energy that she's ready, okay? And then she told her, listen, you got daddy issues. You done married a man 3 times your age. And everybody's just sitting there. Nobody stopped Heavenly from saying anything. I don't think that Dr. Jackie barely put Heavenly back into her seat, but Heavenly was fit to be tied, okay? Let's see what else y'all got to say. Lots of mouth. Heavenly needs a pop in the mouth. Child. Who's disrespectful? Sweet Tea or Heavenly? Heavenly's disrespectful. Do y'all think? Okay, now I got to do another poll. Now, if you knew, Dr. G is not 90. Listen, I'm going to age Dr. G a bit. I already know. I think I said he was in the 70s last time. And I know that he's not. He's in the 60s, child, but I'm just saying what I thought I heard Heavenly say. But let me ask you this question. If you knew that someone might not have the full picture of somebody that they were about to get married to, okay? They're young and the person that they're marrying is much, much older, and you know that they don't have the full picture. Do you, as a woman, feel obligated to say to them, this is what you should also know, okay? This is what you should also know, because you could be my daughter, or I don't know. Maybe people feel that way. Maybe they don't. But if you do, put a 7 in the chat. And if you don't, put a 9 in the chat. If you feel like the girl just needs to figure it out by herself, she got parents and family that can help her, I'm going to give her a 9. Or if you feel like, listen, Heavenly might have some insight that her family don't actually know. So I would like to tell her, even if she don't believe me, I feel like maybe if you tell her, she can look for things. Okay? The 9s are coming through. None of Heavenly's business is what you're saying. All right. The 9s look like it's winning so far. So I'm going to tell y'all, I think I'm a 7. I think that if I knew something that person didn't know, I would probably say, there's some things that his ex-wife used to say. I don't know if you want to hear it, but when you're saying certain things to me, it reminds me a lot of it, and it might help you navigate better in your relationship. I think I would say it. That's just me, though. But it looks like the 9s have it, or maybe it could be even now as the numbers keep coming in. But that was pretty much it with that. Heavenly and Sweet Tea almost got into a fisticuffs for whatever reason. And then Heavenly says she has daddy issues. When we all know that Heavenly was calling her husband, Damon, daddy from the beginning, okay? Daddy this, daddy that, daddy this, daddy that. Anyway, Quad asked Toya and Simone the same question. She was like, Simone was like, listen, are you still on the island by yourself, or, do we all get to join the island? She gave some metaphor. She was like, no, everybody's equal. We all get to join the island. She said, cool. Because mainly you act like you the star of the show, like someone said a little bit earlier. You can act like you the star of the show, and I don't have time, okay? I can take you or leave you, just like Dr. Jackie. Then she asked Toya. Now, Toya was making faces this entire scene that was absolutely priceless, rolling her eyes. Even when she popped out the casket, she was like, is Mariah in there? Like, going ahead and get back down in the casket. I could give two damns. Toya is right now one of my favorites. I'm not going to lie. Toya right now is one of my favorites. I'm liking Toya, Heavenly, and who else? That's it. Toya and Heavenly and Phaedra. Nope. And Dr. Jackie. Now, those are people that I don't always like, but I like all of them right now for this season. Let's see. Heavenly blocked you, child. What you do? Heavenly blocked you season 1 because I made a comment about daddy. Oh, child, go apologize. Heavenly's hilarious. Hey, everybody, come on in. I appreciate y'all for joining me on this Friday afternoon talking about Married to Medicine. But Toya let her have it. She was like, listen, I don't like you. Okay. I don't like you. The shit that you did to me and my family is truly unforgivable. And you're going to have to do a lot more than this in order to prove to me that you even deserve to be back in my space again. I'm here so I can get a paycheck and laugh at this BS, but I don't care about you. I'm paraphrasing for her right now, but it was pretty much that. Then they do the repass, okay? Everybody gets up, goes into another room. They are eating real soul food. They have like greens with like some sort of ham hock or pork in it, okay? Chicken, cornbread, you name it. They might even have some black eyed peas on the table, but they came in ready to enjoy the repast. This is when Heavenly gives a prayer where she says, we could all use a little forgiveness at one point or another, okay? And they started asking, Phaedra did, is there anybody at the table who you would like, an apology from, or you could be able to, break bread with in the future? And that's when Sweet Tea pipes in and said, well, I have a problem with you. And with you, she meant Phaedra, excuse me. With you, she meant Phaedra. She was like, I got a problem with you, child. You brought Quad to my bachelorette party, and that was not the place for it. And I hope she don't keep bringing that up. I hope that this episode is the last time we hear it, because nobody cares at this point. You are married now, okay? And when Quad showed up, you act like you liked it. So nobody really cares. And then Phaedra dogged her. She did not make it easy. She was like, pipe down, little girl. I already talked to Dr. G about it, and I really am not going to get into it with you, because you didn't have a problem with Quad when she showed up. And she was like, well, of course I don't have a problem with Quad. I have a problem with you. And she was like, you don't have a problem with me either. At the end of the day, it is done, okay? You've made your peace. You're not going to have that bachelorette party again, so we're not going to talk about it again. She was like, if that's what you need to hear. I'm not sure what this is at this point, but like I said, I hope they don't bring it back up again. That's what I heard, child, that she fanned out when she saw Quad. She fanned out. She told her, come sit by me. She hugged her like she never saw, like she was a famous person, like she was Beyonce, not her ex-husband's or her husband's ex-wife. Uh-oh, Phaedra. What about Phaedra? What happened? Somebody said Phaedra has dated Dr. G. Well, she said that they did date briefly, but that Dr. G just didn't have enough money for him, child, for her. Jackie should be focusing on Simone. She's not her friend either. Ooh. Well, she did say she wasn't. Jackie said that she didn't consider. Oh, you think that Jackie and Simone aren't friends? I thought they squashed the beef. They have gone back to doing their picnics at the job, which I always liked. I liked when they went out and talked about people. but they're out there talking about people at the picnic table, eating lunch again, making jokes again. They said they were never going to let anybody bring them to that place. Oh, Lord, you don't like Jackie either? Dear Lord, Lord, Lord. Some people don't like Jackie. I'm feeling everybody. Everybody is my family on this show right now. Everybody reminds me of somebody in my family. Okay. So, anyways, after we get sweet tea, don't laugh, child. After we get sweet tea and Phaedra out the way, that's when Toya is asked if there's anything that can be done for her and Quad. And Toya said no, because she's been way too malicious for me. Now, Toya and Quad are sitting right by each other. So things are about to get heated. And Quad pretends like she don't know what the hell's going on. What do you mean what do you mean it's malicious? What did I do? Okay. What did I do? And she was like, what do you mean? What did you do? Okay. Now she's pissed. You called us thieves. Thieves, Quad. And then she said, then you try to get me a divorce by saying I was having an affair with a man in the neighborhood. Now, after she said that, of course, Quad turns it on herself because who would she be if she didn't turn it back on herself? And she was like, well, didn't you say I was having an affair with my contractor? I think her contractor was married, so I can understand how that might have caused some problems with her contractor's family. However, the rumor about Toya was pretty serious. To say that the girl tried to break into somebody's home or hired somebody to break into that woman's home twice, and then to also say that, she was having an affair with someone in the neighborhood she lives in and talking to her neighbors about it was pretty trifling at the end of the day. Okay. Let's see what y'all got. Things are different with Jackie and Simone. Okay, that's what I thought, child. They seem to be on a better page. Toya has done some jacked up S2. Yes, I agree. I agree. Now, they all talked about Quad having an affair with the contractor. I remember every single one of them saying something about it, including Toya, and I'm not sure where the block is coming from. But y'all know they come in on the show hot. Quad is, for a lot of people, a hard personality to deal with, including for some of the cast. I like her though. But a lot of people were like, she's not married to medicine and she shouldn't be here. But we all know that Phaedra broke up with her doctor, allegedly, if he was actually a part of it. So they never actually got footage to show him on the show. So that's what's going on there. What else y'all talking about, child? I could care less about Jackie. What? I could care less about Jackie. She was always side-eyeing and talking shish about Mariah. She hated that she was getting those 2 checks. Jackie wants to be the HBIC, period. Sneaky behind. Oh, you think she's sneaky? Do y'all think that Jackie is the forerunner for the show right now, like she's in the forefront? Or do y'all think that that is Heavenly? Who do you think, put it in the chat, let me just see, is leading the show right now, like the face of the show when you think Married to Medicine? Y'all do not like Quad. Quad isn't married, but she is messy. I like her. I like her. Okay, Mariah's. You're saying that you still think that Mariah is the face of the show? All right, Mariah, come on back, child. I hope you come back soon. Heavenly, Heavenly. Okay, I think it's Heavenly, personally. Heavenly, absolutely. Up. Queen said that she thinks it's an ensemble. I think it's Heavenly for now. Um, I like the show. I think it's an amazing show. I do. I like that they all try at the very minimum to be friends and work on their friendship so that they can have better chemistry on screen because you can feel that mess when when they're trying to get it together. Let's see. Jackie was behind all of the women turning on Mariah. Oh, you think so, Carolyn? I didn't know that. I always thought it was Quad that was behind it. Don't keep side-eyeing my comments. We'll see. Okay, a lot of people said you think Heavenly is the face of the show. So do I. Heavenly just slid right on in there. I don't know if people realized that she was being strategic, but she definitely did. Her and Dr. Damon, that's their show. Okay. That's their show. The show is trying to make Jackie the face of it. You think so? I remember at one point, Dr. Jackie seemed like she was Bravo Andy's favorite. He was doing a whole lot of stuff for her. I'm pretty sure that she wrote a book that's a part of his publishing group. And there's some other things that he helped roll out for her. So I was like, oh, like maybe second, third season, Jackie and Andy were like this. He really made sure that he took care of her. And I think after, her husband had messed up, Curtis, I think after that husband messed up, he really took her under. Let's see, Sweet Tea and Dr. G are the only ones with a story. Oh, you don't like Simone and Cecil's story about their kiddos? I think that's an important story for Black families, especially Black families that have wealth. If you have money and, you've bringing up the kids and thinking they're just going to figure things out after you've given them everything is kind of hard. And I think that we need to tell more of those stories. So I am liking Black wealthy people on TV with their family. And I like to hear these kind of issues because we don't actually see it all the time. So I'm loving it right now. I'm interested in Simone's story. I'm not sure what Jackie's story is yet, though. Okay, people are liking Simone's story. I'm not sure what is Toya's story this season. She got hit pretty hard last season with being called a thief and saying that, people were coming for a marriage. So I'm okay if she just sits back and just be a wife and a mother. Oh, she has her wine, right? I don't know how much more of that we will see. But she does have a job this season. And I like that. But I also like Toya as a housewife. I think it's okay for us to see ourselves that way too. Be a wealthy housewife. Why not? Why not? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And her husband loves her to pieces. Just because everybody else thought they was going to have to pack their bags and go doesn't mean that's how Toya feels or Eugene feels. She is a tennis expert. Let's give her props. Toya is a tennis expert. When Toya came in and Eugene was telling her how his day was, and Toya said, oh, I played tennis all day. I was like, you go, bitch. That's right. Just say it. And Eugene said, that's good. That's good. I like that. I thought it was cute. I know they both planned that, but I liked it. I liked it all the same. Okay. Toya has always had a job as a homemaker, for sure. She loves providing as a wife and family. She does now, but y'all know she doesn't cook or nothing. Eugene comes home. There was just one period of time where Toya was definitely going through something. When Eugene came home, he cooked for her. He pampered her. He did everything that you would want your husband to do for you at the end of the day. I thought that the women was just a little bit jealous of what was going on at Toya and Eugene's home. But she has beautiful children, well-mannered children. She just likes beautiful things and she's going to get it. And ain't nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people out there that's super savvy, not always, look like us. Well, they might look more like us now, child, but back in the day when I was growing up, we weren't as savvy as that. We didn't always pick the number one, player. So I'm okay with it. I think she did a great job. And I think that we are looking at families that love each other. And you can tell that they have fun together. Like I love how Cecil and Simone like joke around and have fun. I love that. Heavenly and her husband are funny to me too. I just like how he calls her buddy. That's hilarious when he calls her buddy and when they call their daughter little baby. I like that too. I think I like to see how they love on their children. I like that. Toya's wine business. She's trying to prove to the people that she's more than a housewife. Well, child, she's proved it. She got a $6,000 check up front, and then she gets a portion of whatever she sells. So good for her, child. It looks like she is doing it. I'm going to have to start drinking wine so I can get a wine deal on this doggone platform, okay? All right, y'all. I think we took care of the show. I really liked it. Um, Married to Medicine right now is amazing to me. I am loving every single episode. I like how they cut the scenes and they give us like little background pieces in the middle to really show that they are real family. Like I love that. Father usually call their sons buddy. It's not a term of endearment that I would want my spouse to call me, but hey, he's not calling me that. He calls that too, that's what Dr. Heavenly husband calls her. Jackie needs to put her mind on that look challenge. Child, I don't know why I started reading that. I should have known better with you, Carolyn. You will put a doozy in them comments. Okay, Curtis, from what I'm understanding, is in the Dominican Republic. He is not doing anything he shouldn't be doing. According to Heavenly, he has a legitimate project there. He is building homes, and she said that she has invested in some of the homes that he has built there. So he is doing work. Let's see. Why do we keep seeing cans of Infamil formula in Heavenly's cupboard? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why she would have that at all. Okay. That's it, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up because we've been on for about an hour, but you guys have been amazing as you always are. I appreciate your support, okay? I didn't even get a chance to do my little B-roll. Y'all remember this one? Let me put it up. Hold on. Y'all remember this? Oop. I can't. Oh my gosh. That was Tammy from Real World. Listen, that cracks me up every time, child. I watch that just on my phone sometimes when I need to laugh because she was hot. But anyways, that's pretty much it, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. I still have to do a Potomac review, which I will probably do, if not later today, in the morning, okay? Early Saturday morning. But outside of that, you guys have been amazing. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, okay? Make sure you hit the like button on your way out and make sure you watch the video I dropped earlier called The Hate is Real. It is the Love and Marriage Huntsville review, okay? Short video, but make sure you watch it. Outside of that, y'all, you have an amazing day, okay? And I will catch y'all on the next one.